Hello, welcome to episode 5. Um, there we go. So yeah, moving on from last episode, I was able to get favorite working. I did do a few modifications. I changed all my dot thens to try catches because I I realized it was kind of getting out of hand. I couldn't really read it, and this is more readable. And I did deviate from my original solution where I handled all the dot thens here instead of in the controller where I just did this. But I was hitting a lot of complexities when it came to it. And I ended up going a complete different route and just doing the try catch here. Um, right. And then since this is asynchronous, and this is a promise, so I'll return favorite team, and this is the favorite team. And then here I returned it, and here I'm just returning -1, and then in index.ts, the way I'm handling it is I'm sending a filtered array from data.teams, and then I check for favorite.id. I believe this is a more efficient solution than this one, because I'm doing 2 for loops, and here I'm doing 1, and I'm doing it all in one. So then I'm sending a filtered version. Then I check if favorite.id is greater than -1. Because if there is a failure and team.alias is equal to favorite.team. And I believe there is one issue with this, and that will be if. Well, I believe it's if any errors happen here, like if ID doesn't exist or something, and this throws an error, this will get caught here anyways. So I think it should be fine. Because if this throws an error, I'm not 100% sure though. That could be an issue that I foresee that could happen. And I can try testing that by emptying my database. But for now, I'll focus on the next one. So for now, this will just, I guess I could just write. I'll just write gets all the NBA teams. I mean, it's pretty obvious going from this, but. And if I ever in the future need to change this, I could always change this to /API/teams, and then depending on the type of team, have some sort of validation depending on the team and so on and so forth. But for now, this is what I'm going with. Right now, I'm just sticking with the MBA. Let's see. What is the next one I need to worry about? So the next one is this one's probably the hardest one. Getting a single team. These two are pretty simple. Hash APIs, team, favorite. This, I believe, this is setting team. Wait, yeah, this is updating a team as favorite. What is this for? Honestly, I have no idea what this is for. I don't even think this does anything. Uh, I believe what this does is whenever I'm in a team, it checks if it's one of the favorite teams. No, because that's done individually up here. I have no idea what this dot get favorite team does. I don't even think I use that. I guess yeah. I believe I made it because I just in case, but I don't think it does anything. So there's only two more get requests. So I'll focus on this one, this app.post, which should be the next one involving this, and then leave the hardest one for last. So app.get, and I believe it's to slash API slash, and then I get a team, kind of like a team alias, and then slash favorite or app.post. And then let's do an async request, which will be a request, then a response, which will be a response, and then because I believe what this does, so it checks if we're at a valid team. Actually, do we even need to do this? I don't believe we do. This is kind of redundant since whenever we're getting a team, it's gonna check here if it is a valid team already. So we're pretty much only doing this section right here. So we're just gonna do the create favorite team. At that post, create, because in order to even post to this on the front end, you're never gonna get here unless you're doing a direct post request. I guess if you're doing a direct post request with like something like Postman, then I guess it makes sense to check for it. And I believe that might be why. Um, hmm. Interesting. Okay, so let's try doing controller dot create favorite team, and we'll send over a team. I guess we'll check if valid teams dot has team. Then we'll do the try catch. Else we'll do why is this doing this? Oh yeah, I'll try catch. And we can just send this because that should be a server error. That's the status, which will be 44 dot send invalid team. Just in case. We're gonna try saying const created equals controller. Oh wait. I don't believe. Do we even use that? Yeah, we do. We check if the result is greater than. I guess. I guess we have to create an interface. Created where we could say modified count will be a number. Or we could say created is of type created. Oh, right. We have to basically say that this will return. Oh. So I believe it's not here where you gotta do it. Okay, so actually, we need to move this up to the controller.ts. We say interface created. It's gonna have a modified count because that's the only thing we need to access. And then we basically just gotta say this is gonna be an asynchronous, and it's gonna be a promise that returns created. And then we're gonna try const created equals, and then we're gonna return created dot modified. Actually, we're just gonna send it over modified count. It's gonna be created dot modified count. And then we just need a catch return modified count 0. Const created equals. Okay, yeah, it's probably because I shouldn't expect it. Yeah, makes sense. Created equals, which will be created. And that's going to be await favorite dot create ID will be 1, and then or create, isn't it like find or update actually? I see. There could be a better way to do this. I guess I can just look over Mongoose documentation. The docs, is there find or update? Or create or update? I guess I could try to do find one first. I could try doing the same type of thing. So const favorite equals, or const favorite equals await find favorite team. And then console.log favorite. Let's say modified count will be 1. Kind of like hard code it for now. And then do a catch. No, I'm doing a catch already. Rest send rest.status to 1.send. Actually, just rest.send status to 1. If it's successful, if it's unsuccessful, rest.send. I believe if it's not successful, I send a 500. I didn't even take out that, but yeah. Or no. I guess I'm not really sure why I did this, but I'm sure I had a good reason. I'm sure my reason was very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Totally. No, there's no reason why I would go crazy and do this for no reason. Surely. Is there an error? No? If range is fine. Okay. Now, if I go /API/ let's say boss /favorite, error cannot get team favorite. Yeah, it should be. Did I misspell favorite? Cannot get boss favorite. Wait, is it? It's not even running. It's not even sending the 404. It's just saying. It's just saying like as if it doesn't exist. Let me see if it's even getting here. Because it's not even sending the 404. It's just saying it doesn't exist. Oh, because there's no GET request to it. It's just a post. Right. No content? Okay. ID1 team boss. Okay. What if my favorite team is like Atlanta or something? Is that a valid one? Yeah. Okay. If that happens, okay. Right, there's always going to be a team there. But what if I clear my database? So let me pull up Mongo client or Compass. I mean, I know I could probably do it through the terminal, but the client is probably easier. Let's do that. It's not much time left for this video either. Man, the time's just passing by like crazy. Alright, so connect. Now I'm gonna go over here and then delete this and then see what happens. If there's no data, let's see what happens. Okay, still 2-4. There's no team. I get -1. Okay, got it. Well, actually, I should have expected this. Now there's no team. Okay, that's good to know. So, right, if I guess I could just say favorite dot id is greater than 0, -1, then do a question mark, then let created, then created is going to be this, or this. If id is greater than -1, then created is created that equals in await, where favorite.create is id1 and this is going to be team, or no, dot update 1, where id is going to be 1, and then we want team to be, well, team. I believe that's right. Or is it find one and update? Where id is 1, and then that's going to be the filter, and then The replacement is going to be team if it's greater than this. Else, we'll say created is going to equal, no wait, favorite dot create, and then it's going to be ID is going to be 1, and then team. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's not use the ternary operator. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it like this. So if this is true, then we'll just place this inside of here. And then we'll have an else. With us inside of there. Well, that's what the 0 is there for.